All right. We're here another Tuesday. It's our Tuesday Mastermind. Welcome, everybody. Do we want to do introductions or are we going to jump right in?
I guess we could go around and say who we are.
Where you're from.
I'm Samantha Wall. I am from Denver, Colorado, and I have been in network marketing for 3 years now.
Nice. Rodney McCutcheon. I'm in the Chicagoland area. Been into network marketing, traction marketing now for the last 3 years.
I'm Brenda Acosta, and I live in Denver, Colorado. Been in internet marketing a couple years.
My name's Kelly Shields, and I'm in sunny Southwest Florida, where it's nice and cold. And I've been in the business, the network marketing business. I started in December of 2013. So,
All right.
a couple years. I've learned some of the things to do and some of the things not to do.
Sometimes the most important ones are not to do.
Exactly.
Yep. Some great lessons to learn, definitely.
That's for sure. So how's everybody's week going?
Pretty good. So far, so good. Got one more week before our spring break comes up. So
Is next week, do the kids have off?
yeah, we have off next week.
Nice.
So I'm looking forward.
My kids just finished. My kids just finished their spring break.
Oh, okay.
They're like the first week, the week we have spring break, and it's cold.
Of course, that's how
freezing.
it works.
Freezing. Spring break, freezing.
Maybe not down there.
Freezing. It's warming up though, isn't it?
It gets up. It gets hot and I don't know. It was close to 85, probably 87.
That sun goes down, it gets cold. So we were going to go over building lists. Is that what you wanted to go over?
Sounds good.
So I think first we should talk about what a list is. A list is what you build online through attraction marketing. And so what happens is people will opt into pages, and then you can build a list, and then you can start emailing and sending out newsletters so that you can build that rapport and start that relationship building through emails. So we were going to touch base on different ways on how to build the list. Rodney, I know you are you still actively over on Twitter?
Yes. These days, though, I do more automation. I still do some live tweeting, but yeah, I'm still on Twitter.
So how are you building your list over there?
Well, that's kind of the thing was with doing the automation. I haven't really been building an email list. I just recently signed up for autoresponder to try that out. So I haven't even really done that yet. Most of my Twitter has been basically, like I said, automation. Some of the content I get from MLSP, I put out there, and then inspirational, motivational quotes, things like that. So I'm kind of ready to get started trying to do some of the email marketing now.
What about you, Kelly? Where are you building your list? LinkedIn or Facebook?
Just Facebook. Facebook and basically I have the AWeber Atom app, so anybody off the street that I like, even in the grocery line, I can put them on my list by opening up that AWeber Adam app. All I gotta do is get an email and their name, and they're on my list. So, I've just been working Facebook and a little bit of LinkedIn. I still message people on there. And some bite, some don't. But I think what I'm getting down to it is you just gotta ask. You gotta ask more people. You just gotta, you want to get on my newsletter, get some emails from us. But once you get them on your email list, you got to write emails, and that's where I'm at right now. I got to keep up with getting on a consistent basis of writing emails and being consistent with it. Just like everything else, we got to be consistent.
So when you're writing emails, what are you writing the emails about? Like, if somebody were to not have any clue of how to even start emailing, what are you doing through your emails?
Just providing our journey, our story, our life hacks that we just show that we're ordinary people and places where they can reach us and stuff that they can go to, like what we use for attraction marketing, and a link back to our attraction marketing system that we use and stuff like that.
Yeah. So
blog posts that you write to get them go to your website. Past blog posts that you've written, just to get people going to your real estate.
Yep.
Online.
Whole point is to be building those relationships and then be able to keep selling and different products, different whatever. It's the whole reason behind the multiple streams of income. That's when it all comes into play.
But what I've been doing is I've held up to it, is I've been at least getting 10 new subscribers a week. So at least 10 since I started it. I've built my list by 10 each week. So I need
that's awesome.
Bump it up a little bit, but it's building.
So are you just asking people to be on, or are you giving something away?
Just asking people. Like I'll start like birthday wishes. I've a bunch of birthdays that I've done. Conversation, just say, hey, you're not on my list, are you? And they're like, what list? Well, I put out a newsletter. You want to get some emails from us? Just sharing our journey and our story and what we're doing online.
That's perfect. And then you manually put them in?
And I manually open up my phone on AWeber Adam.
What is Adam, like add them, or add them like the name?
AWeber Adam, ATOM is the app.
Okay.
Do you have a picture of that logo? I put something on my phone and it did something weird to my phone. I hurried up and took it off because I couldn't even figure out my phone.
What picture?
Like the logo. So I know what I'm looking for. Because when you go to look for something, there's, so many different ones.
I've had that dang app on this phone.
I'm gonna try to do something. Let's see if I can take a picture of that. Come on, phone.
And other ways that you can do it, besides manually talking to people all the time or whatever, is make the capture page, make the funnel, give something of value away, that you can whatever, the 5-week boot camp, or an Instagram training that you get inside of My Lead System Pro. They have in the back office, they actually have system campaigns where you can take someone else's, a leader's training, and be giving it away for free. So even if you're brand new at the network marketing and you just started, you can still build a list with value by using other leaders inside of My Lead System Pro to, you know, start building your list. And then eventually, of course, you're going to step into the leadership role and you're going to make your own blog post. I mean, even if it's a simple blog post at, you know, 5 great beach locations under $500 or whatever, you know, whatever niche you're in. If it's, you know, lose 30 pounds in 30 days, you know, foods to eat to have less stress, you know, there's so many different avenues just depending on what your niche is and what you want to be branded around. You know, I think that's a huge thing inside of your niche too, is to find something in particular that you're actually going for. Because if you're in health and wellness and you're just all over the board with health and wellness and you're like, oh, I have this and I have this and I have this and I have this, then people get confused. You know, where if you're losing weight right now, then be promoting that weight loss. You know, if you're trying to get better sleep, then be promoting that at the time, you know, just as you go, I think is a huge thing.
I want to share my screen so I can share that app. I'm going to share a photo. See if this works. Did you see it?
It says there you go. Yeah.
Yeah, the AWeber Atom.
Okay.
Is the app you want to get, the one on the left there. I like both of them. I mean, the other app, the AWeber stats, that's just your stats on the emails that you put out. But the AWeber Atom, then you can select if you have multiple lists in your AWeber, you can, it's got like a drop down on it, and you just select what list you want.
Thank you for that.
And so do you connect the list to it then?
Yeah, you connect you pick your whatever, I guess whatever list, because if you can have multiple lists inside AWeber, and you just pick, it's linked to your account, and whatever list that you have, I guess we'll have to do a training on it. I mean, I figured it out real quick, but if you have trouble, we should, I'll do a video.
Were we going to touch base on some of the AWeber thing that we were talking about last night in the group?
Remind me what we were talking about.
When we asked what we was going to the talk was going to be, we said AWeber.
Okay, so what about AWeber did you want to?
I don't know. They just said AWeber, and everybody said yeah. I've never done it. I've got to set it up. That was a plan today, and it just didn't happen. You know.
Yeah. Once you're what time is it? Where are we at? Oh, we still got a little bit of time.
8:15.
So I'll share my screen real fast and go into my AWeber. Okay, so right here you can have a bunch of different signups. You have your sign up forms that you can make through here, and then you can also do a bunch of different lists. So this one right here, this is an automated list from My Lead System Pro. So have you been through the 10-day training that I did? Okay, when you guys both of you, you know, whenever you start your AWeber as well, Rodney, I don't know if you have that link to my 10 days. It goes out to all the MLSP members. And it's basically exactly what the 10 days that My Lead System Pro has kind of come up with the, 10 days that they have. inside their coaching program. So I made up one going through and telling you exactly how to, like, day one inside of My Lead System Pro. And through that, I discuss AWeber, how to set it up, how to take that list from My Lead System Pro and put it into your AWeber account. So it's all right there. And each day is like 30 minutes. And then I also go through, I'm mainly Facebook. So I talk about how to get people on your list through Facebook and, the groups and things like that and stuff. So when you do get AWeber, if you don't already have that link, just let me know, because it is a hidden page on my blog for the members only.
Okay, yeah, I don't think I've seen that link yet. So
I'll send it to you so that you can
just
see
send
it.
it out, and I'll check it out.
Okay. And Kelly, you were gonna do a video for that too, weren't you?
Yeah, I probably was, and I didn't.
On the it was something you were gonna, I think it was blogging or something. I'll have to go back through it. But there was something, I don't know, I'll have to look at my pen. But for the most part, it's all there and ready to go. But it helps because, My Lead System Pro has a video and things like that. But with the walkthrough of, I got my hands on some secret stuff and then decided to make some videos with what I learned.
Nice.
So, we did that a while ago. So that'll help too.
Okay.
But I still have not yet figured out how to, I would like to have an image on my blog and then have that image be clickable to be able to get into my email list, where right now I'm just using the My Lead System Pro, because My Lead System Pro has this really easy thing, how you do the call to action or the MLSP campaigns or whatever it is in the widgets. And so you can easily set up, like mine's Facebook Live, how to get into Facebook Live. But I know that if I had the option to be able to give away that 5-week boot camp, I'd probably be getting a lot better of a conversion on my blog, just because, not everybody who's coming to my blog wants to do Facebook Live,
Right.
And that's the only link that I have from my blog to subscribe. So, I still get leads and stuff like that, but I think if I had that 5-week boot camp on there, so that's something I need to work on. Unless you guys know how to do it, then train me.
One thing I started setting up, Samantha, was that blog through WordPress.
Nice.
I did start setting it up.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Good. Yeah, we'll get that up and going, and then as soon as you're ready, it just
what
shoots right over.
When you're in AWeber, do you usually use which do you do a broadcast thing, or do you do campaigns, or do you just write your emails?
I have a follow-up sequence.
I just have. Yeah, I only have one canned email, or follow up once they subscribe, and then I just write them, I guess.
Yeah. See, so
on a boot camp, I had them set up.
Oh, that's drafts. So no, I need to change that. So this is the biggest campaign that I had when I, made the leaderboards and all that stuff inside of My Lead System Pro. I was giving away the 5-week boot camp, which you guys are totally able and have ability to give that away as well. And then, like right here, it's the first week of boot camp, and then the next one is, getting tipsy. So I explained what Tipsy Tuesday Mastermind is. and then I'm like, I forgot to tell you. And then I do little like bonuses in here throughout the week. So here's a one that My Lead System Pro gives you. And so this boot camp, bonus boot camp, I think this is one that so I did a Tipsy Tuesday on how I made it on the leaderboards. And so I added that into my follow-up. So I'm, every week they're getting a boot camp. So I have easy 5 weeks full of emails that go out with that actual campaign. And then after that, and then I have, of course, my generic Samantha Wall one, which is just, lead people who are interested in learning how to get leads and coaching and things like that. And a lot of these are My Lead System Pro's actual copy paste ones. I do have some pretty amazing stuff that I could send to you guys. Going back to that 10-day boot camp thing that I have about 30 follow-up emails written by a very, very good copywriter that My Lead System, and then that My Lead System Pro, it's not part of their follow-up sequence. So I can send you guys that folder if I can figure out how to do a zip folder and all that crap. But then after that, all I do is, if I put out an email, then I just go in and just write one. But as you can tell, like, I've really slacked back on my emailing. So as you can tell how it went. And I did get a complaint. I took care of that. But you can see, when I first started, giving this 5-week boot camp out, I had a lot bigger open rates, so it really does pay to stay consistent, because you can see, 50, 60, 70 people were opening. Then you go back to, the other week and only 16 people opened it. And it can do, that's where the copywriting and things like that come into play as well, being able to write things that, and making sure that you're giving them what that list wants. So if you've got a list and people came in because they want to learn how to do leads, then you go in there and you show them how to do leads. If you get someone who comes in under travel or, health and wellness list, then you don't want to turn around and be like, oh, by the way, how do you get leads? And they're like, what do you mean? I just want to know where the beaches are. So, but yeah, mainly right now, after I did the follow-ups, they're all broadcasts. And if I feel like it's a good broadcast or that it'll fit somewhere in my follow-up, then I stick it back in that follow-up after it's done.
So you have to write all of those, Samantha, and then attach them to AWeber. Is that how it works?
You write them inside of AWeber.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So when you're in there, you have the ability to write a follow-up sequence or a broadcast. And a broadcast is like, tonight's webinar is on, list building, click here. That's a quick, fast broadcast that you don't want to go out all the time. But if you were to be saying, hey, every Tuesday we get together at, 6 o'clock Mountain Standard Time, then that might be something that you want to put into your follow-up, so that as soon as those people get on the list, they're aware of what you're doing and where you're at and how to get a hold of you immediately, so that when you do send out a broadcast saying tonight on, the Tuesday Hangout, we're going to be going over, they're like, oh yeah, I remember, hearing about that when I first started the newsletter. And just like Kelly said the last time, which I didn't know, is, if most people use their phone to check their emails, and AWeber doesn't track that. So just because it only shows, like the other day that it said 16 opens, it doesn't mean that there was a possibility of 50 people who opened it on their phone. I would have never known about those.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm sure that AWeber will be changing that at some point. But I do have, and I think I might go over it in the 10-day as well, but there's like, you know, when you first start your follow-up, the most important thing is, one, to introduce yourself, thank them for being on there, let them know what they're going to be expecting from you. And I personally think that it's better to get on some kind of a schedule with your people. Like, you know, Mondays I send out motivation, you know, Wednesdays are my, you know, live from Facebook or whatever you do. But if they can like know and be looking for you at a certain day, then I think that it helps versus like, you know, I mean, we all get emails, we're all on email lists, and there's a lot of them that you just swipe to the left and you delete, you know, just because it's like, oh my gosh, I got 100 in there. So you want to stand out, and you can put emojis on your emails as well, which is very, you know, much like, oh, what's that?
That's what,
you know.
That's what stands out on your phone. Because almost 95% of people open up emails on their phone. And the emojis really stand out. And I wish is there an emoji app that you can put on your computer?
It's a
Or is it all?
It's a Google. It's a Google extension. So when you're in your, you know, do you see it up there where it's an extension?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So when you go to do an email, create an email, please, is what I said. And you can, you know, you can use this emoji anywhere too, but you just click where your cursor, you know, where you want it, and then you go over here. The bummer part about this extension is you literally have to scroll through everything. It's not like your phone where it'll save your favorites at the top. So you could just, you know, throw that in there. You see where it came in? And then you can do the same thing. You know, one of the biggest things with emails is to definitely be having, you know, some kind of a catchy title. But another thing is, and this goes as well as Facebook messaging and all that stuff, is, you know, when you're looking at a message, you only see the first like 3 or 4 words. So you want to make those 3 or 4 words like, what is she saying? You know, like, you know, whatever it is. I mean, you know, some of these big people like Adam Chandler once used, you know, hookers or cocaine or something like that. And it was one of the biggest things. And he talked about the difference between, you know, I don't even know, but it was like, that was something that was very, you know, like, what? And Jessica Higdon talks about it a lot too, about especially in Messenger on Facebook, being able to have, you know, if you're like, hi, how are you? People are like, you know, where if you're like, oh, I almost didn't write you. They're like, wait, what? What do you mean you almost didn't write me? You know, just something to get them to open that. And, you know, I just started the daily videos on Facebook. Have you guys done anything like that? We need to go over that. That's huge. I just did it today, and I got 6 people I've never spoken to who have come over and talked to me. And that was off of,
awesome.
It's just like Snapchat. You just, you know,
Yeah.
I went on, and one of them was like, today's Tipsy Tuesday. So if you want to learn about list building, you know, let me know and I'll send you the link or whatever. And yeah, I was like, wow, because nobody's doing this. And have you seen it yet? It's like in your Messenger. if you go, I sent one today. I don't think you can see that. Do you see that little like?
I can't see anything.
It's like you'll see like a little image next to it in your messenger, and it's a daily thing that people are now shooting videos all day long.
I think I've seen that now. It's add to your day.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I know what you're.
Yeah.
How long is that? I know. How long?
Yeah.
How long is it?
I think
you can talk however.
I think it's like, I don't know for sure, like maybe 20-30 seconds. And it's just little clips, just like Snapchat. I mean, Facebook is really trying to run next to Snapchat.
I never got into Snapchat. I don't know why. I just never got into it.
Yeah, it's fun over there, but it's.
But I like the ones you do with the different, like when you did that one where you had fire shooting out of your mouth yesterday.
On my live?
Yes.
I know. I'm like, wait, hold on. Is it going to work?
Yeah.
And then you have that the gothic queen or whatever.
I know, she's my favorite by far. But yeah, I like the one I sent out today. You'll see it. Go over and check it out. But there's like it looks like I'm crayoned in, like drawn in.
Right. It saves to your Facebook page then.
So what happens is you send it, and it goes to everyone who you're connected to on Messenger.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Or you can just send it individually. But if you send it to everyone, you just basically do like your day. And the craziest part about it is it's just like anything else. You know, when Live first came out, nobody knows what that is. I got my first one. The first one that I got, I literally was like, oh my God, someone just sent me like their whole camera roll, because I'd never seen it before. I didn't know. And then so I didn't even look at it. And then finally I went over to him. I'm like, what is this? Like, I don't want to be snooping through your camera roll. I think you sent it to me. And he was like, no, that's the daily thing. I'm like, holy cow. So it's, you know, it's new and definitely reaching a lot of people that, you know, even lives aren't even reaching. Because if they're not interacting somehow, you know, they might not be seeing your lives either. But that they will see.
Okay. Have to check that out then, definitely.
Yeah. So looks like we're getting down to the last 4 minutes.
Yeah, a little under 4.
But yeah, I'll figure out, let me write down, so I need to get those emails, that email list to you, and also the 10-day. I'll post the 10-day inside of the chat. But one of my new My Lead System Pro members is going through it right now, and she's loving it. So it's really helping her get going on the emails and all that stuff. So.
Right.
All right.
All right.
Sounds good. We'll have to be checking that out.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I hope you guys have a wonderful Tuesday night.
You too.
All right. You too.
Oh, yeah. I'll be talking to you. You know we'll be Zooming.
I know. Tomorrow, hopefully.
Yes. Let me know.
Yeah, I'm ready tomorrow.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Bye, guys.
We'll see you later next Tuesday.
Hey,
Have a good one.